Hey, what's going on, foodies? So, we're back today with something a little bit different. Actually, most of the stuff we do on the show is different. So, but this is something I've never cooked before, and I'm excited to try it. But we have some fresh oxtails. I'll throw a picture up so you can see it. Normally when you cook these, you want to do like a low and slow to really break down the muscle fibers. But did some research, and there's a way to do it in the pressure cooker for 45 minutes. And you know, if I have an opportunity to use the Ninja, I'm going to use it. That's just how it is. But a lot of good recipes out there online. A lot of really good Jamaican dishes that have this as a main ingredient in the recipe. And there's some southern dishes that kind of have a gravy that goes on top. So if you get a chance and you're looking to try something different, definitely look up those recipes. But what I'm doing is something that I'm making up as I go. I'm going to get this pan right here, piping hot. I'm going to sear it on all ends. Beef broth is going to be the liquid for my pressure cooker. I got some onions here that I've already diced and chopped up. And then we have Sweet Baby Ray's sugar-free Ray's. I actually just saw this in the store. I didn't even know this was a thing. But I'm a big fan of Sweet Baby Ray's. So, I don't know, let's check it out. So, I'm going to get the sauce on the oxtails, and then I'm going to sear them. And we're going to rock and roll from there. So hang tight. Alright, while I got this pan piping hot right here, or trying to get hot, I'm going to put my oxtails right in here and just pour barbecue sauce all over them. And really excited to see how these turn out. There. And I'm just going to kind of coat them with barbecue sauce while they're in here. And wash my hands real quick. Alright, let's get some barbecue sauce on here. It's real important whenever you're handling raw meat to make sure you wash your hands after every time you touch it. Alright, I'm probably going to use like half this bottle here, because I want this to give it a nice little crust. I'm going to save some for afterwards. I only use about half the bottle. And just kind of toss them in there. Probably would have been better if I got a bigger dish. But that's alright. We'll make do with what we got. Just kind of coat all these things. Barbecue sauce smells good. There you go. That's a good coating right there. I'm making a mess. It's alright. Once I throw these on here to start searing, I will clean up this mess. Alright, so we have our oxtails right over here in our barbecue sauce. I just kind of slathered all those around. This pan is hot. Very, very hot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some olive oil on there. And then I'm going to put some, you're going to hear a sizzle. Maybe a little too much olive oil. So next time we'll go with a lot less olive oil. And finish searing these. And then once these get done, I'm actually gonna, before I throw these in the pressure cooker, I'm gonna clean all this up. And then we'll go from there. So Hang tight. Alright. So, first thing we're going to do is put a little bit of beef broth in here. Probably use half this container. So, yeah, half a cup. No, 2 cups. 2 cups is what that is. So we're going to get that, and then we're going to get our oxtails. Just kind of put them down in there like that. And then we're going to throw our onions in there. And we're going to pressure cook these for 45 minutes. Alright. And of course you got to have your onions in there. Man, those onions smell good. Alright. Gotta make sure the seal is on, and then time it. We're going to pressure cook on high, and our time is going to be 45 minutes. Make sure we're sealed. Cook time high, 45 minutes. Boom. And we will come back in 45 minutes and see how we did. Alright, and we're done. It's been 45 minutes. I am going to vent this. And alright, it's taking about 2 minutes to release the pressure. We'll know when it's done because this little pressure gauge will drop back down. It's up right now because there's pressure in it pushing it up. Once it releases enough pressure, this little metal piece here will fall down. And that's when I know it's good to open the lid. Alright, we're good to go. Let's see what we got. Alright. Smells really good. Alright, let's see if we can. Very tender. Doesn't look too bad. Actually, I say that, I don't really know what they're supposed to look like. But they smell really good. Smell that barbecue sauce and those onions. Alright. Alright, let's get this over to the tasting table. See what's going on here. Alright, we finally made it to the tasting table. Quick rundown of what we did. We got our oxtails, coated them in some sugar-free sweet. It's made by Sweet Baby Ray's, but it's sugar-free Ray's. Never had this before. Kind of curious to see how it turns out. Then we used our pan. I put too much oil in it, so put just a little bit of oil, a little bit, and we seared them. And it made me think when all that oil was popping, if you're ever in a situation where you have like a fire swell up because of the oil hitting the burner, do not use water to put it out. Use a lid or some baking soda if it's small enough, you know. Some cases you might just have to grab the fire extinguisher. But just wanted to throw that out there. Don't use water. No, that's very bad. Baking soda or lid if it's small enough to contain. Anyway, so after that we threw it in the pressure cooker with some beef broth and some diced onions, and we set it for 45 minutes. They look great. There's some onions in them. You can kind of see the meat pulling away from the bone here. I'm guessing that's the bone. Super tender, like falling off the bone tender. But they don't look half bad. But I'm ready to dive in. So, you know me, I like to go for a big piece. Look at this, just tender. I've got a knife here because I didn't know if I need it, but I don't. Wow. Cooked really well. Kind of reminds me of like a stew meat, actually. Not bad at all. That's really, really good. Wow, that is really good, actually. And look, I talked about tender. Look, this bone, that just comes off clean. Wow, that turned out great. I was really hesitant about it. I'm gonna throw some extra. I only used half a bottle just so I could do this, kind of see how it tastes. But I'm very impressed. Not a lot of fat, a little bit of fat. All right, a little bit of bony, like gristles. That's normal. This is good. It's really good. It's super tender. Like they say, you need to cook it low and slow to break down those muscle fibers. And that's pretty much what we did in the pressure cooker. Is we just broke those fibers down a lot quicker. I'm gonna get dirty here. Look at this. It just pulls apart. It's kind of like a pulled, not really pulled pork, but it's just tender. It reminds me of a really well-made pulled pork that just kind of falls apart in your hand. I was nervous about trying this. This is on point. This is what's up. And it was super easy. Of course, my wife and kids didn't want to try it. I think because of what it was, and I think that's like most people would see it in the at Publix and be like, "No, I'm not going to try that." This is really good. This is a really good cut of meat. Yeah, I'm giving it a 10. I'm giving it a 10. I can't even say I'd do anything different. Maybe if I sat down and I might try one of those Jamaican recipes that I saw, or one of the Southern style recipes. Those look really good. And now that I know how tender it turns out and how juicy it turns out, I can kind of see where this could be a comfort food for some people. Really good. So, if you get a chance, try it. Don't be scared of it if you see it in the store. You saw how we did it. Seared, pressure cooked, 45 minutes. Boom. Tender piece of meat. So, if you do try it, let me know what you think. And let me know how it turns out. And please remember to like and subscribe. And I'm actually going to finish this before I move on. So, y'all have a good night. Bye.